डिवोर्स केसेस आज के टाइम पर बस द मेल काउंटर पार्ट सेज कि लो इतने पैसे लो और अलग हो जाओ. एंड जब ये मेल कम्युनिटी एक्सेप्ट कर चुकी थी कि ये लॉ है जहाँ हमको एलिमनी और मेंटेनेंस देना है, वहाँ पर आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट बी अवेयर ऑफ द absurd amount of alimonies and maintenance asked by the wife. And sometimes हम लोग रील्स में भी देखते हैं कि जज इज क्वेश्चनिंग एंड जज इज आर्ग्यूइंग, बट स्टिल वो अगर हायर कोर्ट में जाएगी, वो दूसरे जज के लिए, मे बी जज चेंज के लिए, आई डोंट नो क्या प्रोसेस होता है, बट अगर वो चीज़ हो, एनी विच वे शी गेट्स व्हाट शी वांट्स. द वर्ल्ड नोज, द जज नोज, द लॉयर्स नो कि ये गलत हो रहा है. तो वाई इज अ जज नॉट एबल टू टेक दैट एक्शन और उस चीज़ को एक लिमिट पे तय कर दे कि हाँ, एक इंसान का इतना खर्चा बनता है महीने का, तुम काम कर रहे हो नहीं कर रहे हो उस हिसाब से, और एक मेंटेनेंस जिससे तुम्हारी लाइफ एक सेट हो जाए. तो ये तो प्रीफेस हो गया क्वेश्चन का. इफ आई हैव टू आस्क 2 क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस टॉपिक, वन इज, ये इसका एक फिक्स नॉर्म क्यों नहीं है कि हर इंसान को इतना खर्चा लगता है, अगर उसके पास सैलरी है तो इतना और नहीं सैलरी है तो इतना. साथ ही साथ एलिमनी इज शुड बी फिक्स्ड, आई फील, बिकॉज जिस लेवल का, आई थिंक आई हैव हर्ड दिस अ लॉट, कि जिस लेवल का लाइफ आप दे रहे थे उस लेवल का लाइफ अब मैं जीना चाहती हूँ, तो उसके लिए साथ भी तो रहना पड़ेगा ना, इसलिए वो लेवल का लाइफ दे रहा था, वरना वो अब अपनी बीवी को देगा, तुमको क्यों देगा इफ यू आर सीकिंग डिवोर्स. तो इन लेमैन टर्म्स ये हर किसी का सवाल है. एंड आप कितने भी केसेस देख लो, हस्बैंड्स आर डूइंग सुसाइड्स एंड मेल राइट्स एक्टिविज्म इज इंक्रीजिंग. समवेयर आई फील ये नीड है. तो क्या रीजन है कि इतने absurd डिमांड्स भी पूरे कर दिए जाते हैं? एंड एज अ मैन, इफ यू हैव टू गिव हिम अ 5 स्टेप या 2 स्टेप या 3 स्टेप प्रोटोकॉल, बोले अगर फेक डाउरी का केस हो रहा है, एलिमनी का केस हो रहा है, तो अपने आप को इतना सेव कर लो कि ये मिनिमम अमाउंट तक ही जाना हो, यू वोंट नीड टू एक्सीड इट. तो व्हाट आर द हैक्स? आई एम क्लियरली आस्किंग फॉर हैक्स. कि अगर आधे एक आदमी शादी कर रहा है, उसको लगता है कि 2-3 साल बाद कुछ हो सकता है, हु नोज, द वर्ल्ड इज एन अनप्रेडिक्टेबल प्लेस. वो कैसे इससे बाहर निकलेगा और कैसे अपना एक प्रोटोकॉल बना के रखेगा जिससे उसके ऊपर कभी भी फेक केसेस नहीं लग पाए, कोई भी उसके ऊपर किसी चीज का मिसयूज ना हो पाए. और ऐसा होता ही क्यों है जो प्रेजेंट केसेस में हो रहा है, जहाँ सुसाइड्स वगैरह हो रहे हैं, तो ये व्हाई इज दिस अ लूप होल इन द लॉ स्टिल?
It's very unfortunate, whatever suicide cases that you are referring to, unfortunate that it happened in the first place. I personally felt very bad reading about those cases, and especially where one allegation was made against a sitting family court judge, that she was the one who pressurized. And the suicide note is not something which is coming from me, but from the suicide note that was recovered from the deceased.
Right.
It is extremely unfortunate. At the same time, to say that the courts are not doing enough is also not correct. मैं आज का ही एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूँ. I was appearing before a certain court in the Supreme Court of India, and there was a conflict with regard to the alimony. And the honorable judges they put this question to the lawyer who was representing the wife, and about her financial status, as in what she's doing, where is she working. And it was revealed that she's in a very good company. It's a big company, multinational company, and she's in a very good post. So the court immediately said that no, then that this demand is unreasonable. And it chastised that particular counsel, the lawyer who was representing the wife. And it said that you come with a very reasonable solution to this. And it is the court which is actually taking a lot of measures to stop this menace of, demanding of a humongous amount of alimony. By the same time, to completely put this blame on all the wives who are suffering, all the people, women who are actually going through a matrimonial dispute is completely incorrect. Because there are genuine cases.
Right.
And there are multiple divorce cases that are pending across the country. And it is not just one divorce case. Actually, one matrimonial dispute happens and that gives rise to multiple other litigations. So if, like the Supreme Court nowadays, they exercise their powers and they finish off all the cases at one go. If usually a divorce case has been filed by the husband, the normal practice is the wives would seek for a transfer of that case from one, and transfer petitions are filed in the Supreme Court where the transfer is sought from one state to another. Right, and similarly, transfer petitions are also filed in the High Court where the transfer is sought from one district to another of that particular state.
Okay.
So the Supreme Court in such situations, they exercise their powers under Article 142, and of course subject to the fact that both the parties sit together, they have a mediation. Mediation is a amicable settlement. They arrive at an amicable settlement, and the Supreme Court exercises its powers, and it finishes off all the cases, be it the divorce case or any criminal complaint or a domestic violence case or a maintenance case that may have been filed. So if from one matrimonial dispute, there are 4 or 5 litigations that can crop up. So the Supreme Court exercises its powers and finishes off all the cases at one go, and also grants divorce. So that is one way that the judiciary is stepping in. Secondly, as I mentioned, yes, it is unfortunate that such things do happen. I am not denying, I am not shying away from that fact. But all the cases are of a similar nature. That is also incorrect. There have been situations where I have defended, the wives, and I was surprised to see the approach that they had taken. They demanded zero alimony. They demanded nothing from the husband, and they simply wanted to separate. And the reason was because there was no FIR that was lodged. There was no criminal complaint that was filed. There was no maintenance that was filed. There was simply a gap between the two partners, and the wives wanted to just simply separate, peacefully go and stop this litigation and end this relationship.
My question is, तो ये अभी जो आपने बताया this incident, ये सुन के I felt good. I'm sure Anshul felt good, and our viewers will also feel good. This is what is right. This is how it should be done. और अगर नहीं, तो फिर जिस घर में एक औरत कमा रही है और एक आदमी घर में है, तो क्या ऐसा लॉ एग्जिस्ट करता है जहाँ आदमी एलिमनी एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता है, मेंटेनेंस मांग सकता है?
See, law बनाना, again, it is not the work of the judiciary. It is for the legislature to decide and make laws.
But we have seen this thing, judicial outreach, and because of the social media, maybe it was same scale पे हो रहा था पहले, but because of the social media आज हर किसी को पता है. This was one of my questions, but हम इसी में ले लेते हैं कि judicial outreach हो रहा है. Where you said कि हाँ judiciary कर रहा है. But अगर judicial outreach अगर हो ही रहा है and everything has to be right, my question is, why can't it be done faster?
No, this is not judicial outreach, I would say. I think, I don't know which case are you referring to.
No, this is a very general question कि अगर आदमी नहीं कमा रहा है और औरत कमा रही है, तो आदमी एलिमनी क्यों नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता? और अगर नहीं,
because the law does not support that.
So my questions are your viewpoints on this law, and what do you think? Is there a need for a transformation, or is there a need for a law change or reform or any kind?
With the society, the way it is expanding and growing, we can expect some kind of a situation where the law is amended to a certain extent. Yes, I do agree to this. But a complete...
क्योंकि इंडिया में prenups भी legal नहीं है.
Complete paradigm shift पे लाना, it's, I don't know if we are ready or not. I think I would rather keep it to the legislature to decide whether this law needs to be changed. Yes, to a certain extent, my conscience do say that yes, we need a change. And I hope the lawmakers, they realize this. I don't know if they listen to this podcast or not, but I hope they...
I'm sure. I'll share it with one.